Hello, Nicole. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're doing well on your spiritual journey. Hello, Jen. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're doing well. No, not that I recall, Nicole. I do have some things to share, and so those things may resonate for Anna Lee. Yeah. Hello, Nora. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll get started here in a moment. Hello, Divine Goddess. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am doing well. I hope you are. Hello, Trinity. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you're doing well. So we are going to talk about a couple of things. Okay. As you can tell from the thumbnail, picture, what have you, we are going to be talking about a couple of things, and then we're going to take a look at the collective energy through the tarot. All right. And whatever other spiritual downloads Divine Source has for us. Before we get started, let's go ahead and activate our third eye or stimulate our third eye and our crown. Okay, your sixth and seventh chakras. All right. To stimulate your third eye, okay, we take two point finger or index finger and middle finger, place it between the eyebrows where the third eye is located. Same thing with the other hand. Place it on the crown, press firmly, and we hold for 30 seconds. And release. All right. So, before we get into spiritual downloads that I've received since our last engagement and dreams, etc., I want to thank our newest public subscribers. Okay, we have 4 new public subscribers. So, thank you so much for tuning in and subscribing. Shadow Sonic, thank you so much for tuning in, Shadow Sonic. Heidi Quet or Heidi Queet, okay, thank you so much for tuning in. Kita Cat, thank you so much for tuning in, Kita Cat. And Akasha Relic, thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome to Esoteric Wisdom and Spiritual Truths. My name is Nehru. I am a spiritual guide. I am a Master Builder 33. The sole purpose for which I was birthed on the 333rd day of the year during the last lunar eclipse of 1974, that is a divine feminine eclipse, is to do just that, is to be a spiritual teacher. And so, let's go ahead and get into, again, spiritual downloads and things that Divine Source has given me since our last interaction. This evening, somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock, approximately 12 hours from now, which will be your morning on Tuesday for those of you who are in the United States. And so approximately 12 hours from now, whenever that time is for you, we will be continuing our journey through the Aquarian Gospel of Yeshua. Again, typically, or in the past, this has been our Sunday morning service, but Divine is leading me to speed up the process, okay? So you could be guided to speed up something, speed up the process, or there's something about your journey speeding up. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Nehru. If you are interested in any spiritual services that I provide, all of that information is in the description section of this live video. So, a couple of downloads, okay? Song downloads, okay? Mike Jones, okay? Mike Jones released a song several years ago called Back Then, okay? Back then they didn't know me. Now I'm hot, they all own me, okay? Back then they didn't know me. Now I'm hot, they all own me. All right? So that song talks about someone. Hello, Lauren. That song talks about people from the past wanting to be a part of you, wanting you, all right? Before you got your paper, before you got your money, before you blew up, before you became a star spiritually or physically or both, okay? Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all own me, all right? So the other song is I Got Work to Do, and I believe that's by the Isley Brothers. I got work to do, okay? I got work to do, all right? All right, so dreams, okay, dreams. I had a dream 2 nights ago where I was around people from the past. People for me from the past resonates with the first 48 years of this physical journey, this lifetime. And one of those individuals, their name is Shaviv, her son, their son, her husband's name is James, okay? And in that dream, their son's name is James as well. But Shaviv and James, her son, their son was in this dream. So Shaviv, James, any of those could resonate for you. The name Paget could be significant for you, or there's something about a pageant, okay? Beauty queen, okay? Or what have you. And in this dream, I was also given some food, okay? And in this dream, the food that I was given was very interesting. So it was a bowl of plain oatmeal, okay, which I would not eat, okay? I like, typically, I like maple brown sugar oatmeal, okay? That's the oatmeal that I prefer. I would not eat plain oatmeal. But in the dream, I was given a bowl of plain oatmeal. Plain, again, that's significant. And I was given a sandwich, and this sandwich was like a 6-inch, type of sub roll type of thing, okay? And the interesting thing about what I was given as far as the food is concerned, again, plain oatmeal, not something that I would eat, and this sandwich. Now, this sandwich, the individual who gave me the sandwich, the way that they gave it to me was like this. Just like the oatmeal was plain, okay? They gave me this sandwich, but the sandwich, hello, Envy, thank you so much for tuning in. But the sandwich, the cheese and the meat only covered about a third of the bread. So again, being inadequately fed. All of that points to being inadequately fed. How the past was never meant to sustain you, or the past not being ideal, not being what you prefer. Again, plain oatmeal, which I would not eat, and the cheese and meat on this particular sandwich only covered about that much of the bread. Okay? Hello, Light Angel. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. And so I was walking around the house in this dream. I was walking around the house looking for things to add to this food. So I was looking for more meat, more cheese to add to the sandwich. And I was looking for something, cinnamon or something, to add to the oatmeal because the oatmeal was plain. So the past was plain, divine beings. The past is not adequate. The past is not what you desire. Okay? The past is not what you like. The past is not sufficient. It was not sufficient. Okay? For those of you who are still going through your ascension or your dark night of the soul. Okay? All right? Hello, anomaly. And so, as I was going around looking for to add to make it appetizing, okay? To make it appetizing, that's unconditional love, that's care, okay? When you overextend yourself, it leads to codependency. When you overextend yourself, collective, that leads to codependency, okay? Giving to places that are not equally giving back to you, okay? And so in this process, Shaviv offered me some wine. Now Shaviv was drinking wine, right? When I saw her in the dream. But when I saw her in the dream, she was drinking the wine, but the wine was kind of like spurting out. Like, I don't know, she was drinking clumsily or something. She was spilling it. It was spilling all over the place. I asked Shaviv for some wine. And in this dream, Shaviv sent her son, whose name is, again, James, just like her husband. Okay, they have a daughter whose name is Haley. Okay, as well. Haley was not in the dream. So James comes to me when I ask Shaviv for this wine. James comes to me and he gives me a fork. Listen to me, collective. Listen to me. He gives me a fork on which she had poured the wine. Now, let me ask you a question. What purpose would someone serving you wine on a fork, what purpose would that serve? None. None. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in, keeping up with Lady J. So James brings me a fork with wine on it, right? Obviously, the fork does not hold the wine. Again, that is significant. The fork would not hold the wine. So again, there's something about someone from the past, energies from the past, more than one most likely for you, collective, who was inadequately trying to feed you, or the past was not sufficient for you. Plain oatmeal, a 6-inch sub with cheese and meat on it that filled about that much of the bread, about a third of the bread, and serving you wine on a fork. Okay. So the past, I did give you this, I did give you love, I did give you this, I did give you that, I did give you this, but the way that they gave it to you was not the way that you prefer, and the way that they gave it to you was not sufficient. Okay, confirmation on James, right? And so someone trying to serve you wine on a fork, that is absolutely useless. So you ask someone, can you give me the same unconditional love that I give you? and they tried to serve you liquid on a fork. Okay? So, what I wrote down from that dream, and this is on 5/18, what was being given to you in the past could not and does not offer enough support or substance. Okay? Whatever was given to you in the past does not, yeah, breadcrumbing for sure, light angel. All right? So, someone just teasing you, okay? Just teasing you. All right? So, Shaviv in that dream was basically saying, here you go, Nehru. You want some wine? Here you go. Here's some wine on a fork. Here's some oatmeal. She wasn't the one who gave me the oatmeal. Here's some oatmeal. It's plain. Okay? No sugar, no butter. Again, I prefer maple brown sugar oatmeal. None of that. Okay? None of that. No cinnamon. Okay? All right. Hello, thank you so much for tuning in, your favorite show. Okay, so there's one dream. And the other dream that I had was this morning, and this sparked a question in me when I got up this morning, and that is shape-shifting. Okay, and how shape-shifting, and again, I'm not a psychologist, okay, but I am a spiritual teacher, okay? And so I receive spiritual wisdom without a degree in psychology, right? And so in this particular dream, I was in the kitchen with someone who I was initially looking at as a spouse or energy or something like that. And this is where the spouse energy comes from, or the partner energy comes from. I looked at their hand and I noticed that they did not have the ring on that I gave them. So you could have given someone a promise ring, or this could signify a wedding ring. Okay? And I'm sure some of you have experienced this same thing in a dream that I'm going to talk about. And so when I'm speaking to this individual and I'm looking at them, noticing their hand, and I'm wondering within myself, I didn't ask them out loud, but I'm wondering to myself, where's the ring I gave you? Okay? Where's the promise I gave you? Okay? Where's the commitment I gave you? That's what a ring represents. Okay? Where is the bond that we said that we would have? Where is that? All right? But this individual, they did not have the ring on, and oh yeah, confirmation. Okay? Keeping up with Lady J says, I got rid of the ring my ex gave me. So again, for me, the ring that I got from the individual that I was engaged to, right? I took that ring to the pawn shop, okay? After I started my disconnection from them, I took that ring to the pawn shop. The pawn shop didn't even want the ring. So I walked out of the pawn shop and threw it in the trash outside of the pawn shop, okay? But on this individual's finger, there was a puncture, okay? And it was dried blood, all right? There was a puncture, and this puncture was on their middle finger, okay? On their middle finger, all right? And we know that the middle finger in America, we know that the middle finger means fuck you, okay? That's what the middle finger means. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time, we are not politically correct here. My responsibility from Avarat is to speak the truth. That comes without a filter. So in America, this means fuck you, all right? there was a puncture in her hand. And I asked her, how did you get that puncture on your hand? And it was dried blood. And she said, and now this individual is coming across not as a lover energy, like a romantic love energy. This individual, now their energy has changed, and this is where the shape-shifting comes in. This individual's energy or aura had changed, and now this individual was in the aura of the individual who I called mother growing up. Okay, her name is Judy Marie Campbell. Anything that I mention here could resonate for your journey. Her name is Judy Marie Campbell. I asked her, how did this puncture? So there could be something about a mother interfering with your relationships. Okay, a mother interfering with your relationships. Again, it started out being someone who I was romantically connected with, and me asking them, or me thinking within myself, wondering where was their ring as we were in this kitchen. Then the energy or the aura shifted to Judy. Okay? And Judy said that she put something in her pocket, a pen or something in her pocket, right? And she forgot it was in there or something, and she reached her hand into her pocket and she punctured her hand. Okay? And she punctured her hand, right? So a mother or a father interfering with your love relationships. Okay? This could be through witchcraft. This could be through them communicating with these individuals behind your back. Okay? One of the things that I noticed about Judy is that Judy would stay connected with the women that I was connected with long after we had separated, long after we divorced. Judy would stay connected to them. So here's a couple of true stories. The woman who left me for the man that I grew up calling father, okay, he's a warlock serving 40 to 60 years in a Michigan state prison. Specifically, he's in Saginaw. If you want to look up his charges, look up Kevin Thomas, Saginaw Prison, Michigan, and you can publicly go on there, see his face, see his charges, see his 40 to 60 year sentence that started in 2014. All right. And so Judy would stay connected to these individuals. The first woman I married, Judy was a part of Kevin's coven since 1972. Judy was a part of Kevin's coven since 1972. Okay, 2 years before this physical birth of I am. And so she was a part of his polygamous cult even after the first woman that I married who left me for him in 1998. Listen to everything that I'm saying for resonation. 1998, while I was serving in the United States Army overseas in Germany. Okay, so Judy was there at our wedding in 1996. Kevin married us. Judy stayed connected to that coven and in fact would not even testify against him in 2014, even though she told me that she left him in 2007 during the 7 years that I had no communication with any of them because I did not know where they were on this planet. Okay? Because they left Florida. And so Judy, her entire life, has stayed connected to every woman, just like Kevin has fucked women that I had previously been in romantic relationships with. One or more of them has a child. One specifically, whose name is Connie. She's German. Connie gave birth to a child who she named Zoe. That child's father is Kevin. Connie and I dated from 1999 to like 2001 or 2000, 2001, somewhere in there. Okay. I even flew her over after I had a deployment, got back from a deployment when I was stationed in 3rd Infantry Division at Fort Stewart, Georgia. I flew her over from Germany and she stayed here for 3 months, which is the maximum that you can stay here as a German citizen, or you could stay in the States. I'm not in America. That you can stay in America, okay? I flew her over and she stayed with me for 3 months. In that time, I took her to Florida and introduced her to Kevin and her coven. And again, this is when I was still blind to the fact that he said, any woman who crosses my door of my house belongs to me. It doesn't matter if they're married. It doesn't matter if they're dating my son. It doesn't matter if whatever. Every woman, he said this, every woman that crosses the door of my house belongs to me. I'm talking about a warlock and I'm talking about a demon, okay, who's serving 40 to 60 years today. All right. And so Judy stayed connected to Kevin. My first wife, she stayed connected to her. She didn't leave when my first wife chose the man that she has been following since 1998. And again, in 2014, she would not even travel to Michigan to testify against him. She wouldn't even do that, knowing all the bullshit that he had been doing for 30 years at that point. She would not. All right? That was the first indication. That was the first indication. So Connie ended up having a child by him. All right? So again, there's something about a parent interfering in your romantic relationships, directly staying connected to them long after. Same thing with the second wife. Same thing with the second wife. Staying connected to them long after your relationship with them have ended. Why are you still best friends with the ex? Why are you still connected to the one who mistreated your son or daughter? Mommy, daddy, why are you still talking to them? Why are you still friends with them on Facebook? Do you realize they did not treat your son right? Do you realize they did not treat your daughter right? Mommy, daddy, why are you still connected to these dumbasses, okay, who mistreated someone you gave birth to or you contributed to? Why are you still connected to them? Okay? So, in that dream, the romantic partner's aura shifting into Judy's aura. Okay? So shape-shifting, and again, this is the revelation that I got when I woke up. Shape-shifting spirits are connected to and a part of multiple personality disorder, or what's called today dissociative identity disorder, DID. That could be someone's initials that you're connected with, DID. Hello, Chantella. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. And so shape-shifting spirits, scientifically, psychologically, they are classified as multiple personality disorder or dissociative identity disorders. Okay. All right. So next, Divine Source was speaking to me about, on 5/16, Divine Source was speaking to me about 3 different degrees of spiritual warrior. 3 different degrees of spiritual warrior. And we're going to take a look at these together. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for the love. Okay, we have 25 in the room and 21 likes. Hello, Nettie. Thank you so much for tuning in. So we are going to take a look at, I'm going to read some things. Also, something else, another reminder. Also, and ask you a question as we, before we get back to the spiritual warrior. Okay? I'm going to ask you a question. outside of reproduction, what is the purpose of sex or physical intimacy? Think about it. Outside of reproduction, what is the purpose, true purpose, okay? What is the purpose for sex or physical intimacy? We're going to take a look at that next, all right? So, spiritual warrior, the first that divine source, okay, spoke to me about, all right? Yes, that's true. Creating bonds, karmic or high vibrational, yes, all right? Envy, right? So the first was the spiritual warrior of the fourth degree. Spiritual warrior of the fourth degree. Yes, self-gratification. So let's take a look at spiritual warrior of the fourth degree. Okay. And then we'll get back to that question about what is the purpose of sex and physical intimacy. All right. So the spiritual warrior is an archetype of inner strength, discipline, and resilience rather than physical combat. It represents the lifelong journey of facing the ego, mastering the mind, and combating inner defects such as fear, ignorance, and attachment, again, or codependency. Esoteric traditions. The fourth degree corresponds to the secret master, and this is something that is connected to Freemasonry, okay? And Scottish Rite, R-I-T-E. The fourth degree corresponds to the secret master. This stage emphasizes silence, introspection, and pursuit of hidden knowledge, making a transition from the foundational to the deeper philosophical study. In martial arts, a fourth degree rank represented by a black belt with 4 white and red stripes signifies decades of physical, mental, and spiritual cultivation, reflecting high levels of patience, resilience, and embodiment of the warrior spirit. In theosophical and yogic paths, in some spiritual progression models, the fourth level corresponds to becoming an adept. This is a state of profound self-realization where the individual moves beyond seeking truth to living and radiating it. This reminds me of a lesson that I recently spoke on and talking about the 7 levels of initiation, the 7 degrees of initiation. The last step, the 7th step, is living the truth, is living in this high vibrational ascended place. The application of what you've learned, the application of what you've been made aware of. Okay? That's the spiritual warrior of the 4th degree. And Divine gave me these in this exact order. So next, Divine said, spiritual warrior of the 1st degree. So let's take a look. A spiritual warrior of the 1st degree typically refers to an introductory stage of inner psychological and esoteric discipline. Rather than engaging in physical combat, this archetype represents an individual who begins the courageous journey to conquer self-ignorance, ego, and inner turmoil in pursuit of self-mastery. Spiritual warrior of the 1st degree. The core struggle, internal battles, the core struggle is against avidya, and that is a Sanskrit term for ignorance. So the core struggle is against ignorance. Instead of fighting others, first degree warriors fight personal illusions, fear, and limiting beliefs. The initial commitment in many contemplative groups and esoteric schools, the first degree requires making a there's something about a financial pledge. Okay, someone's coming to you with a financial pledge. Okay, the word is foundational. I said financial. So there's something about a financial pledge. The first degree requires making a foundational pledge. This often involves committing to daily meditation, practicing forgiveness, and studying sacred texts or fundamental spiritual principles. Again, we are going to speed up the process on our canonical studies. Okay, rare text, rarely known, little known texts. Okay, that speak of the greater truth outside of the religious book that was dumbed down by man and constructed by man. We will be taking a faster pace. And again, Tuesday morning for most of you, this evening for me, we will be continuing our journey through the Aquarian gospel of Yeshua the Christ. All right, so the hero's journey. According to wisdom traditions, we're talking about the spiritual warrior of the first degree. According to wisdom traditions and teachers who explore the sacred masculine and feminine, such as the archetypes outlined by authors like Matthew Fox, Graham Cook. Matthew Fox, Graham Cook. This first stage emphasizes developing self-control, personal integrity, and a willingness to step outside of one's comfort zone. First spiritual warrior of the first degree. Lastly, we're talking about self-authorship. As noted in contemporary interfaith teachings, true spiritual warriorship is self-made. Self-made. It is the process of taking trauma and suffering and turning it into, alchemizing it into power, resilience, and compassion for others. Spiritual warrior of the first degree. Okay. And lastly, spiritual warrior of the seventh degree. Of the seventh degree. In the Aquarian gospel of Yeshua, we know that Issa, Logo 7th circle, the one falsely called Jesus since the 17th century, that is not their name. They're not Jesus. They were not Hispanic, Spaniard. Okay, their name is Issa, Yeshua. All right. So, a spiritual warrior of the seventh degree. You could be a life path 1, a life path 4, or a life path 7 this lifetime. A spiritual warrior of the 7th degree is a concept from esoteric, martial, and mystical philosophies. It refers to someone who has achieved a deep state of self-mastery. The path to this level typically reflects an advanced progression through personal growth, which can be broken down as follows. Okay, again, it goes over how a spiritual warrior does not fight physical battles. Again, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. I suspect that everyone listening to this today, or who will tune into this at any point in time on your journey in the future, you now know that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Okay, even though you see flesh and blood in front of you, even though their name is Donald, Mike, Michelle, Rachel, Sharma, Camera, Miguel, Ferguson. There's something about Fergie. Okay. I am really, really bad at celebrities. Okay. I could be standing next to a celebrity and not even know it because I don't keep up with that. Okay. So either the celebrity Fergie or someone else Fergie. While different traditions like esoteric orders and martial law have varying structures reaching an advanced 7th level, it typically represents the chakra. So The seventh level aligns with the crown chakra, or the Sahasrara. Am I saying that correctly? Sahasrara, representing the pinnacle of spiritual awakening, enlightenment, and connection to the universal consciousness. Next, the spiritual warrior of the seventh degree is a master over the ego. A master over the ego. Okay. One of the reasons for sex outside of reproduction is the ego. I don't know if any of you have said that. I'll get back to the chat or to the comments in a minute. One of the reasons for sex outside of reproduction is the ego. As a spiritual warrior of the seventh degree, you master the ego. You have balanced masculine and feminine energy. In many esoteric disciplines, the seventh degree or seventh initiation, what I was going to mention about the Aquarian Gospel of Yeshua, Yeshua goes through 7 initiations, 7 temptations, 7 initiations before he is crowned Logos 7 circle. The seventh initiation signifies a stage where an individual moves past personal desires, that's sex, amongst many other things, money focuses, okay, to serve humanity selflessly. Lastly, we're talking about advanced esoteric training in systems like the seventh ray order, the seventh ray order. The seventh degree represents the final integration of cosmic knowledge and earthly purpose. Earthly purpose. Okay. Let me take a look at the comments. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Someone says Life Path 33. Okay. Lady J. Someone says it really depends on motives. I'm guessing they're talking about the purpose of sex. Okay. Consummation, someone says. Oh, no worries keeping up with Lady J. Hello, all right. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. All right, so let's get back to the question of what is the purpose of sex outside of reproduction? Thank you so much for the love, everyone. 23 in the room and 23 likes. Okay. So I'm going to read something to you and then I'm going to share my perspective. Outside of reproduction, what is the purpose of sex? Okay. The primary purpose of sex and physical intimacy outside of reproduction spans 4 core pillars: emotional bonding, physical pleasure, and stress relief, health and longevity, and relationship communication. I've been celibate for 4 years. It's interesting that I'm not stressed. Interesting that I'm not stressed. Okay? So number 1, emotional bonding and attachment, hormonal connection. Physical intimacy triggers the release of feel-good hormones like oxytocin, okay, the bonding hormone, and dopamine. These chemicals naturally build trust, affection, and long-term attachment between partners. Divine Source told me a long time ago in regards to long-term attachment between partners that every partner that we have ever been physically intimate with is a spouse spiritually. This is how important it is for you to be celibate when you are not in connection with a divine partner, and for you to cleanse your sacral energy every time, and that with your root chakra, every time you end a relationship. That's how significant that is, because it is a long-term attachment. It's forever until you remove that individual and their energy from you. Okay? So vulnerability. We're talking about the purposes of sex beyond reproduction. Vulnerability, stripping down both literally and emotionally, fostering deep psychological safety, allowing partners to know and be known on a highly vulnerable level. Now let me address something here. Stripping down, again, this is how they take your energy, your sacral energy, the low vibrational energies, okay, and take your creative spark and your reproduction, okay, energy. This is how they can take it. This is how the demons do it. Number 2, pleasure and stress relief. Natural release. Sexual activity and physical touch stimulate the brain's reward centers, releasing endorphins that act as natural mood enhancers and pain relievers. Again, I don't agree with all of that, because again, stimulates the brain's reward centers. What does that even mean? Okay? And why does my brain need to be rewarded? Like, what is that? I don't know. Maybe you know. You can share. Okay? It says natural mood enhancers. Confirmation with the sirens, all right? And pain relievers. Again, only if it's high vibrational, okay? Because being physically intimate with someone who is of a low vibrational energy, that does not relieve pain. That does not enhance your mood, okay? It makes it worse. You ever been with someone and you laid there immediately after and were like, damn, I got to get away from them. Damn, I shouldn't have done that. Damn. So, yeah, that's not a mood enhancer. Anxiety reduction. Physical intimacy lowers cortisol, the stress hormone, providing physical outlet for daily tension. Again, for those of us who are celibate, I'm not stressed. Okay. Physical health and wellness, cardiovascular health, purposes of sex outside of reproduction. Regular active intimacy is a form of cardiovascular exercise. If you do it right, that can lower blood pressure, improve circulation, and reduce the risk of heart attacks. That's just an excuse, is what I'm hearing. That's just an excuse. Okay? My blood pressure is just fine. Okay? And I haven't fucked in 4 years. My blood pressure is just fine. And I have no heart attack risk. So, yeah. A lot of times, collective, I want to say fuck you to science. Okay? Psychologist, someone could see a therapist. I want to say fuck you to science. Okay? And the Big Bang Theory. Immunity and sleep. The chemical release after intimacy boosts immune system function and improves overall sleep. Not if you get a fucking STD. The chemical release after intimacy boosts immune system. Not if you get an STD. Not if you get a sexually transmitted disease, sexually transmitted demon, sexually transmitted distraction, spiritually transmitted demon. Not if you get an STD. Again, science. Number 4, finally, relationship communication. Expression of love. For many, physical intimacy is a primary love language. It serves as a nonverbal way to communicate devotion, desire, and appreciation. Conflict resolution. Here is where I got a big ass problem. Okay, somebody can have a big ass. All right, this is where I got a big ass problem right here with this conflict resolution. You see it on TV, you see it on movies, sitcoms, you see it now, you even see it on people on their journeys through social media, celebrities, you see this. Conflict resolution. It can act as a bridge, keyword being can, to reconnect and reaffirm the partnership after a disagreement. How many times have you seen a show, or even you have been involved in relationships where you have disagreements and arguments, okay? And there is even something that's popular or trendy or whatever about having arguments and then fucking after. Like, no, we need to sit down and we need to have a conversation. We have a disagreement. We don't need to go fuck. We need to sit down and we need to communicate verbally. Okay? We don't need to go have a intimate experience. We need to sit down and we need to communicate when we have a disagreement. Fucking is not going to make the communication any better and the disagreement go away. Maintaining emotional and physical stability over the long term. Collective. Nettie, I agree. It's just self-satisfaction. Nothing ever resolved. Okay? Nothing ever resolved through that. Ever. Yeah, seriously, Divine Goddess, that's exact confirmation in the earbud. Divine Goddess, you hit it right on the money for me, girl. Right on the money. The thought of all that nasty shit, kill it for me. That's exactly where I am. That's exactly where I am. Okay? And that also speaks to Divine Goddess and others. That also speaks to your complete detachment from needing that. It speaks to that. And again, one of the key goals here for every being born, demon or otherwise, is complete detachment from the physical. Even though you are here in the matrix, in the 3D, in this lower plane, descended here for a purpose, one of the key things, confirmation, one of the key things is to not have any physical attachment, not to be a money seeker, not to be lying, cheating, killing, stealing, destroying for the purpose of money, for the purpose of a relationship, or what have you. Okay? Someone said through the through the sacral. Yes. Okay. All right. So, question: what is the purpose of sex beyond physical reproduction? All right, collective. So, those are my downloads and things that Divine has been sharing with me. Okay, things that I've embraced. Okay. Again, if Yeshua was celibate for 33 years, surely I can be it for another 29. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Tarot Collective. Thank you so much again for tuning in. Let's go ahead and take a look at the tarot. Let's go ahead and get some confirmations for you out here. Again, song downloads. Back then they didn't want me. Now I'm hot, they all on me. Okay? Somebody didn't show you love. They used to see you in a club or wherever, treat you like a scrub. Okay? Because your dollars wasn't strong enough. I bet they changed their mind when them 84s come rolling up. They see that you a star. Now they want to sit in your car. Now they want to smoke your weed and do whatever. Okay? They used to love to dish you. Now they run to hug and kiss you. They telling all their friends when you leave how they miss you. 281-330. Okay? And I got work to do. Okay? The song, I Got Work to Do. No, it is not, Natty. I had yeah, confirmation. All right, all right, all right. Again, science. Science is often a lot of bullshit. Also, one of the things that Divine Source has been sharing with me is that celebrity deaths, most every celebrity death, there is more to it than what the media is showing you. In almost every celebrity death, there is more to it than what the public is showing you. So the assassination of John F. Kennedy, the assassination of Abraham Lincoln, assassination of Martin Luther King Jr., the assassination of Malcolm Little, okay, aka Malcolm X, the assassination of Charlie Kirk, the assassination of Jessica Aber, U.S. attorney who was looking into extraterrestrial beings and the truth about what the government, CIA, whoever is hiding. Jessica Aber was murdered last year, I believe. Okay? In most every situation where a celebrity dies, Kobe's helicopter crash, in most every situation, Michael Jackson, Princess Diana, in most every situation where a celebrity dies, someone who is in the spotlight, there is more to the story than the public is told about. Okay? Yes. Confirmation in the earbuds. Confirmation. So, Divine Source, Aravat, Avarat, again, thank you for the day. On top of one stack, we have hungry. Someone could be hungry. Again, that dream where you were being inadequately fed by the past. That dream that I shared where you were being inadequately fed. Okay? Divine Source, confirmations for the collective. Divine Source, confirmation for the collective. Yeah, They thought they could get in, Divine Goddess. They thought they could get in, or at least stay in. They thought so. They thought so. Okay? Divine Source, confirmations for the collective. The other stack says a civilian contractor helped cover up a military death in 2005. That individual's name is Lavina Lynn Johnson. Lavina, or a law name, Lynn, Lynn, and Johnson. Collective, take what resonates for your journey. That means what easily fits. Okay? Someone's having toast and tea. Okay? I like avocado toast. All right? We have a prophecy coming to pass. Okay? A prophecy coming to pass. A prophecy coming to pass. This speaks about your journey being written before you were birthed this lifetime, what you would accomplish, what your ultimate objective was, what your Akashic records are. Again, welcome in Akasha Relic, one of our newest subscribers. a prophecy, a prophecy. You seeing the intentions of those from your past, those who inadequately fed you, those who tried to feed you things that you didn't like. So, if you don't like carrots, but your parents gave you carrots, okay? You don't like milk. Lactose intolerance could be significant, but your parents gave you cereal as a child, feeding you what's inadequate and what you do not like, okay? All right, so we have a prophecy out here. We have a prophecy out here. We have witchcraft to kill. Someone's sending witchcraft to kill. All right. Witchcraft to kill. Divine source, can you give us 3 zodiacs? Witchcraft to kill. Witchcraft to kill. Thank you, Ascended Masters. We have a Leo. Witchcraft to kill. A Leo. You are a Leo, or there is a Leo who's been sending witchcraft against you. Confirmation B. Okay. Witchcraft to kill. Witchcraft to kill. Okay? A Leo. You or the witchcraft worker. The spirit of death in your dream. Confirmation. Okay? So, we have a Pisces out here. We have a Pisces out here. You or someone else. Leo, Pisces. You or someone else. Okay? Confirmation for I am Leo. Okay. Continue to roar. All right. Continue to be the lion and the lamb, Nettie. And we have a Libra. Continue to be the lion and the lamb. Okay. Knowing when to, Nettie. Okay. Confirmation for I am Aries. All right. And we have a Libra. Okay. So we have a Leo, a Pisces, and a Libra. Something about justice. We'll see what comes out here in the cards. Okay. Divine source, can we get 3 zodiac signs for the prophecy? Who is the prophecy? 3 zodiac signs about what the prophecy is that's coming to pass. Okay. All right. I'm getting, I told y'all, Cancer. Okay. You or someone else. Cancer. 1969 or 1996 could be significant. Cancer. Cancer. Okay. Prophecy on a Gemini, you or someone else. Gemini. A Taurus. Okay. These could be prophecies that speak to their damnation. Okay. Speak to their downfall, or this could be a prophecy that speaks to high vibrational beings of these zodiacs and what they're meant to do here on the planet. Okay? Confirmation. So these prophecies that is going to be seen here, whatever comes out here in the rest of the card for the rest of our time. Okay? Oh, your birthday is today. Happy birthday, light angel. Okay? All right? So divine source, what else do you have? Here's a destiny swapper. We're talking about shape-shifting and how shape-shifting is connected to the scientific term of a personality disorder or dissociative identity disorder. Destiny swapper, someone mirroring you, trying to be you. Okay? All right? There's something about 3 people, okay? 3 sisters, 3 people. 3 sisters, biological sisters. These could be your sisters, or these could be individuals who are sisters amongst themselves, or three sisters, fraternity, or yeah, okay? Those types of covens, cliques, okay? Someone could be a part of that. Alpha Psi, Alpha Phi, out whatever, okay? Three sisters, three sisters. Light angel, you on here lying your ass off? Light angel, you on here lying your ass off? Light angel, confirmation B. You on here lying your ass off? Light angel. All right. So let's go ahead and get some angel numbers collective before we pick up more tarot. Collective. Pathological liars. Pathological liars just to get attention. Pathological liars just to get attention. Just to get attention. Pathological liars. Divine Source angel numbers for the collective's journey and the prophecy. Angel numbers for the collective and the prophecy. Angel numbers. We have 0330, confirmation on the Master Builder 33, that I am. Someone said they are Life Path 33. All right. So we have something about a lucky shirt. A lucky shirt. Your aura. The way you wear it. Okay? And this is the way you wear your aura. The way you wear your aura. Okay? Lucky shirt energy. We're talking about love, peace, hope, optimism, transferring responsibility to others. So there could be something about you getting more responsibility, okay, as you step into the fullness of who you are and you recognize your spiritual gifts and what you've been given and how this needs to serve humanity. A transfer of responsibility. You could be taking over a business, okay? You could have worked for someone doing the same thing that you are creating a business for. Creativity. Someone could be signing over a business to you, okay? All right? This could be your mentor. Okay? All right, so pursue your goals and get what you and get what you want. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender times 5,000 with vengeance and a sword. It will bring wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with others on a broad or interact with a broad spectrum of individuals. Okay? A broad spectrum of individuals. One of the things that I pride myself on, and I have since the beginning of time, is diversity. Diversity. Okay? So, I mentioned in telling the story and bringing clarity to my journey, I mentioned 2 marriages. Both of those women were brown Americans. Okay? But I've dated a German. I've dated 2 Puerto Ricans. Okay? All right? So I dated multiracial, where the mother was one ethnicity, the father was another, a different ethnicity than the mother. Diversity. Okay? I know 50 country songs. I know 50 R&B songs. I know 50 whatever, hip hop songs, 50 gangster rap songs. Diversity. Diversity. Okay? All right? 1221. 1221. taking initiative. 1221. Okay. Work with what you have and it will get you places. Okay. So 33, pursue your goals and get what you want. Then 1221, work with what you have and it will get you places. Count your blessings and acknowledge your dear ones. These are your ancestors. These are your ancestors. You will find inspiration and figure out a way forward. You might also be getting some good news soon. Transfer of responsibility. This could be a spiritual thing. Okay? Transfer of responsibility. Also, 1221 is also 33. Take a look, collective. And this is how I want you to think about numbers and synchronicities when you see them. You see 0330, right? 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 1 is 3. Double confirmation on the 33. Taking initiative, collective. Okay? And then we have 2121. Okay? So Divine Source, let's go ahead and continue our journey. Again, it's good to sit with you, collective. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, thank you so much for all of the love. Okay. I just find it strange. Confirmation for my birthday. Hello, fabulous Faith. All right. I just find it interesting. Light angel. Typically, I'm going to give you an example. Okay. I'm going to give you an example. Okay. All right. And this is, again, another indication how the low vibrational energy, and I'm not saying you're low vibrational light angel, but I'm going to give you some information and the way that the spirit thinks and sees that let low vibrational energy know that they can't pull the wool over your eyes or my eyes. Okay? So, if someone's birthday was today and another person's birthday was today, so for instance, I was born on the 333rd day of the year, that's 11/29. If I know someone else's birthday is on 11/29 and I'm listening to someone, I'll be like, oh yeah, me and so-and-so's birthday is on today. Me and so-and-so's birthday is on that day. I don't say my birthday is this day. And then several comments later, oh, and that person, especially a father. Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see my perspective? If you and your father's birthday was today, I believe you would say me and my father's birthday is today. And it wouldn't be 4 and 5 comments apart. Divine Source, confirmations for the collective through the tarot. Okay. We have the microdoser in reverse. Someone could be coming off drugs, all right? Someone could be in rehabilitation, intervention, or someone needs this. Rehabilitation. Okay? The question that we asked today is, what is the purpose of sex outside of reproduction? Someone could have 3 lovers. Someone could have an OnlyFans. Do you know what I saw the other day? Again, you can make whatever choice you want to make with your life. That's where free will comes in. You can do whatever you want to do. I saw the other day Camille, someone's name's Camille Winbush from the Bernie Mac show. That little dark-skinned girl, she's on OnlyFans. She made $1 million last month before, something, recently, in a month. Let me ask you a question. Someone who's shaking their ass on the camera, okay? Or whatever else they do on OnlyFans to make money. How much do they value themselves? If you're listening to this and you have an OnlyFans page, I'm going to tell you right now, you treating your ass like shit, okay? No matter what part of you're showing on OnlyFans. If you are on OnlyFans and you shaking your ass, showing your coochie, showing your dick, showing your titties, I'm telling you right now, you do not value yourself. You do not. Okay? All you're doing is laying around like a prostitute, male or female. You do not value yourself. I guarantee you that. When you get all your goodies out here for the world to see so that you can make some fucking money, you do not value yourself. You do not value yourself. So again, if you're in the background or you come across this at any point in time, there are so many other ways to value yourself and make money. She was on the Bernie Mac show. She obviously can get acting roles. Why would you need to be out here? And again, this is something common that celebrities are doing today. This is something common that celebrities are doing today. I don't understand it. Why would you degrade yourself like that? And then they wonder why their personal life is so shitty. It's because you've sown your coochie to 2.5 million people. That's why your life is shitty. Okay? That's why. Men, yeah, that's why. Divine source, what else do you have? Okay, so someone could, again, be of that energy, okay? I don't understand it, okay? We have hangman energy out here, so you're waiting for something in regards to your lucky shirt. We don't believe in luck here, okay? You are either in alignment and divine timing. You've prepared, and opportunity meets preparation. That's favor. Opportunity meeting preparation. My nose is itching. I feel like I'm going to sneeze. That is opportunity meeting preparation. There is no such thing as high vibrational luck. Low vibrational beings call it luck. Low vibrational beings call it luck. Okay? It's favor, it's blessings, it's alignment for high vibrational beings. Okay? So you are waiting for something. They could be waiting for something. Someone could be waiting for the shoe to drop. Okay? Waiting to hear back from their attorney. Waiting to hear back from an investigator. The investigator could be waiting to hear back. Someone's waiting for something. Hanged man energy out here again. All right? The number 7 is significant. Life path 7 or July is significant. 7th of the month. Okay? I would not have expected that from Camille. I would not have. I would not have. Okay. So we have the Fool card out here, something about a risk someone took. We have the High Priestess in the upright. We have credit cards or money. Okay. Fool card, the Fool's journey. Someone could be waking up to the truth of their karmic ways. Okay. This is why they're in an intervention. This is why they're coming off the drugs, coming off the narcotic, coming off the meth. Okay. This is why. All right. Someone's lowering the amount of whatever it is that they're doing that keeps them in low vibrational energy, right? They're waking up to the truth, okay? They're waking up to the truth. This is a journey. Hangman energy. This is a journey, okay? High priestess energy out here. And again, someone took a risk. So the individual who took a risk, they're coming into the awareness of something. A new beginning for you, okay? A new beginning for you, collective, okay? That deals with a prophecy. A prophecy. While I was at the Rock of Central Florida, I was there for 20 years. The Rock of Central Florida is located in Sanford, Florida. I left that place after Steve Parker didn't believe me that the woman that I was engaged to was doing witchcraft and also working in his nursery, watching the children at the Rock of Central Florida. When Steve didn't believe me, he also doesn't believe in angels. There's a lot that I found out about Steve. Steve could be significant. Stephen could be significant. Okay. Or someone you know has a finance degree, okay, or accounting degree. They could work at a bank. And what was I going to speak to? I was going to speak to something, okay? But yeah, okay. So again, them feeding you what you didn't want, keeping you blinded, or what have you. All right? You are on a fool's journey, collective, okay? Some might consider that risky, looking at the Nine of Cups. Some might consider that risky, your spiritual journey. Divine source. Divine source. The fool's journey here, the prophecy. The prophecy. Spiritual warrior of the 4th degree, spiritual warrior of the 1st degree, spiritual warrior of the 7th degree, 3rd degree, 2nd degree, 9th degree, whatever it is for you, collective. Again. Okay. All right. So we have smoking and a bully. Okay. This is a love bully. All right. Oh, it's my pleasure, Nettie. Okay. Thank you so much for being here at the table. Thank you so much for being in receiving mode. Okay. All money is not good money, Divine Goddess. Okay. So someone out here, again, this could be the mother energy or a parent or someone else. Take what resonates for you. In that dream, the energy shifted to someone that I was romantically involved with. Confirmation, wondering where their ring was that I gave them. To the woman, confirmation to the woman who raised me, that I called mother, or at least she attempted to raise me. Okay. So Judy, let me share this story with you. Judy recognized the wisdom that I had as a child. And as I began to ascend, awaken, Divine Source began to bring certain situations, conversations back to my remembrance. And in one of those situations, we lived in the hood, projects, ghetto with Judy. She was always on food stamps, always on government support. Okay. WIC, she'd sell her food stamps. That was a common thing back in the day. Okay. Government cheese, we had it. She would send us to go get it from the community center within the projects. Okay. Judy would ask me when I was 7, 8, 9 years old, she would ask me how should she spend her money. Judy would ask me how should she spend her money. I'm 7, 8 years old. She would ask me. So she knew that there was wisdom within me even as a child. Okay? Your parents knew high vibrational earth angels, light workers, healers, extraterrestrial beings. They knew the wisdom within you, or whoever raised you or attempted to. They knew the wisdom within you from when you were a child. This is the reason they tried to subdue you. This is the reason why they tried to subdue you. Okay? You could smoke cigarettes or something else. We have a boom. We have an explosion here, collective. Tick, tick, boom. Hear me leaning out the back streets. Life is a track meet, not a marathon. Fuck the cemetery that a nigga's getting buried on. This is for my niggas locked away. Extra love for the ones who ain't got no date. When you get checkmate with Ice Cube the Great. So something's going tick, tick, boom. Okay? Shout out to O'Shea Jackson. I love you, baby. Shout out to O'Shea Jackson. I love you, baby. Okay? Someone's grandmother took them from their mother. Okay? Hello, Kevin the True Dallas, or Kevin the Dallas, Kevin the True Dallas. There's something about that. Hello, Kevin the True Dallas. Kevin the True Dallas. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's good to have you. Okay? I don't know, you don't comment often. I know you've been a subscriber for a minute. I appreciate you tuning in. Okay? Thank you. Okay? Divine Source. So something's going tick, tick, boom. All right? Life is a track meet, not a marathon. Okay? And collective, you need to say, fuck the cemetery. They could have already had a plot for you. All right? Yep, this is where they're going to be laid to rest. This is where we're going to put them in the ground. This is where we're going to put them in the ground, right? But that was not the divine plan. Somebody thought they already had a burial plot. Somebody thought, yep, they're going to be here. Give it 3 months. They're going to be here. Yep, Give it a couple more months. When the poison soaks in, yep, they're going to be here. Yep, they're going to be here, all right? When we cause this car accident, this is where they're going to be. But collective, here you are. Okay? I'm still standing after all this time. Picking up the pieces of my life without you on my mind. I'm still standing. Collective. So, this is about someone who you were close to. Someone's going tick, tick, boom. They could be losing their mind, okay? They could be losing their mind. This individual could be dealing with a personality disorder, dissociative identity disorder. This individual could be a shapeshifter. The spirit of Azazel, that is a shapeshifter. That is a shapeshifter. Someone you're close to, tick, tick, boom, collective. Tick, tick, boom, okay? Tick, tick, boom. They didn't feed you adequately. Confirmation. 5 of Wands and 5 of Pentacles. Hot damn, change is here. 5 represents change. Change is here. Change is here. Change is here. 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands, okay? All right? So, if not already today financially, the demons are broke. Again, even though you see a physical body in front of you, even though you see the physical body in front of you, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Okay? So, there's a group. Again, we have 3 sisters, 5 of Pentacles energy and 5 of Wands energy. So they could be broke now, fighting amongst themselves. Okay? I like to say that every culture, there are niggas, collective, niggas in every culture. Japanese niggas, Hispanic niggas, Puerto Rican niggas, brown American niggas, Caucasian American niggas, European niggas, Alaskan niggas, Vietnamese niggas, Brazilian niggas, Panamanian niggas, Hawaiian niggas, niggas collective. So, broke niggas fighting over something that they don't have anymore, okay? They broke, fighting amongst themselves, just out in the parking lot, fighting in front of their house, just arguing back and forth. You could be seeing 1010. It is currently 9:28, Tuesday morning, here in Vietnam. TickTick, confirmation. TikTok, confirmation, Sonia, and good to see you. All three daughters. So, fighting amongst themselves, collective. This could be over money. Again, this is what happens. We see it all of the time in movies, TV shows. When the bank robbers, okay, when the sex traffickers, when the drug traffickers, what happens when their plan falls apart? They start killing one another. Is that not what happens? They start killing one another. They turn on one another. We see it all the time. Okay? This is what happens. Demons turning on demons. Finger pointing. You should have. Why didn't you? I told you. No, you should have. No, it was your response. No, that was your job. No, you. Again, someone you're close to or was. Collective. Okay? Someone who I got impeding on your love ships. Someone who is impeding on your love ships. Collective. Okay? We have a 9 of Cups out here in reverse. That's a false offer. Okay? A karmic offer. Low vibrational offer. Whatever that happens to be. Whatever this 2 of Cups represents. For you, again, romantic or platonic. All right? This could be, again, multiples, 5 people, 10 people, 20, 30, 40. Okay? Collective. Divine source. Something's blowing up. Something's exploding. Someone could be exploding. Confirmation with the Knight of Swords. So someone was definitely trying to take you out or end you. Again, they already had the burial plot. If not physically, spiritually. They already knew where they were going to lay you to rest. They already knew. Okay? They're asking, what are you going to do now? They're asking themselves this, collective. They're asking themselves this. What are we going to do now? Now that the collective is awakened, now that the collective knows that they are a healer, now that they know that they are an earth angel, now that they know that I was the one who really truly did not love them unconditionally, now that they know that I was really truly the one who was codependent, now that they know I was trying to feed them plain oatmeal and a sandwich with not enough cheese or meat on it, now that they know you were trying to feed them, we were trying to feed them wine with a fork, now that they know this, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Okay? What are we going to do? Knight of Swords energies, wondering what are they going to do now? Okay? Because now they don't have a victim. Hello, Tammy. Now they don't have a victim to exploit. Divine said, now they don't have a victim to exploit. So what are they going to do with their stanky ass? Now what are they going to do, collective, with their stanky ass? What are they going to do now? Confirmation on the 333 in Ireland. What are they going to do now, collective? All right? Someone might have to wear patches on their clothes. All right? This might be where they are today with this Five of Pentacles energy. And if it's not today, it will be. So no more Prada, okay? No more Gucci, okay? No more Louis Vuitton, no more, okay? No more Dooney and Burke. Those are purses, okay? No more, collective, okay? No more Nike Airs, okay? No more Jordans, collective. No more. Now they got to wear Keds, collective. Now they got to go to Payless, collective. Now they got to go to Goodwill. You could have had, at some point, to go to thrift stores, because little did you know, the reason why you were not financially prosperous is because of these individuals that you are now aware of, okay? With a stanky ass, okay? Okay? All right? So, divine source, somebody's stanky, okay? Also, there's a city behind this. I'm looking at this. So on this sack here, this could be something about somebody's sack. Ladies, could be something about somebody's sack. There's a city behind here, okay? Yep. With a stanky ass. Literally, collective. All right? Someone could not even be able to afford a bath at this point. Okay? You better get some baby wipes. All right? You better get some baby wipes. You know what I'm saying? King of Swords energy. Okay? You or someone else protected. Authoritative figure also, someone who's protecting you. This could be Archangel Michael energy or your spirit guides. We all have spirit guardians and angels that are assigned to us. We all have them. We all have them. Confirmation, HIV, STD. Okay? So with the King of Swords energy out here, you protecting yourself, you now know who the shapeshifters are. You now know who the karmic low vibrational entities who are planning your death. You now know. Okay? I just heard they can't fool me. Not anymore. They can't fool me. Not anymore. Okay? They cannot fool me. Okay? Are you saying, Kevin, that your the King of Swords is your profile picture? Show you exactly how this landed. Again, this is someone who is doing magic against your relationships. Okay? Magic against your relationships. The Ten of Swords landed in reverse. Okay? So, collective, I am not one of those oracles who will ever tell you that you need to entertain something from the past. If you cut it off, let it stay cut off, collective. I am not one of those beings who will sit here and tell you to allow something from the past to come back to you. My philosophy on relationships, if it didn't work the first time, it's not going to work the second, third, fourth, fifth. It's not going to work. So if it didn't work the first time, collective, learn your lesson, move on, and heal. If it didn't work the first time, no. It's not going to work the second time. It's not going to work the third time. It's not going to work the fourth time. Just let them sit in the background and watch you in whatever way they can watch you, if they choose to continue to watch you. Okay? They are not for your good. If it didn't work the first time, it's not going to work the seventh time. You know what I'm saying? Yep. That's exactly right. Okay? Trauma bonding is a real thing. And codependency, trauma bonding is a real thing. Trauma bonding. Okay? So, this individual, whoever this is out here, we started out with the hangman energy, someone who's letting go of whatever drug they were on, okay? Ecstasy, whatever drug they were on, okay? This could be a sex addiction. This could be any addiction. Collective, every addiction impedes your spiritual growth. Every addiction impedes your spiritual growth. So this individual could be wanting to share with you. They could be wanting to come clean. That's fair. But again, you can't get back into the collective's energy. Okay? You can't reattach to the collective. You can tell the truth. They could be telling this truth to you. You could be getting a message, or they could be telling this truth to an authoritative figure out here. Okay? Police, sheriff, deputy, FBI, CIA, DEA, they could be telling the truth. They could be telling the truth to a minister, to a pastor. Okay? Yep, what they said was true in my case for that Scorpio. Yep, it's true, Steve. Me and my family have been involved in witchcraft our entire lives, and we were trying to fuck him over. Yes, Steve, it is true. Me and my family have been involved in witchcraft my entire life, and we were trying to fuck over Nehru. He told you the truth. Someone could be telling their pastor, minister, priest. Okay. Someone's ready to share. All right? Again, with you or with someone else, they could be talking to an authority. Okay? Hopefully they don't have access to you. All right? Divine source, who's, yep, someone's remote view. Again, they can watch from a distance, collective, confirmation. Okay? And we have a Queen of Wands out here in reverse. Again, that could be a minister, a police officer. They could have gotten help from your local law enforcement collective. Okay? So, you wondering why an unmarked police car keeps rolling by your crib? Could be. Someone remote viewing. Trying to keep tabs on you. Okay? You might need to change your phone number. All right? In the last 4 years, I've changed my phone number 3 or 4 times. In the last 4 years, I've changed my phone number 3 or 4 times. Okay? And today I have a phone number connected to the phone or the devices that I have that's an area code in a state that I've never even lived. I've never even walked there. Never even walked on that ground. Okay? Disassociation is extremely important. Divine is saying disassociation is extremely important. With cell phones, you can get a cell phone number. You can live in New York City and get an Oregon area code phone number. You can live in Venezuela and you can get a cell phone number with a Brazilian area code. Okay? Disassociation is extremely significant. Disassociation. We have the 9 of Pentacles out here. The 9 of Pentacles. Okay? You doing the work. You've been doing the work. You are now in the 9 of Pentacles. Okay? about to walk into a wish fulfillment, whatever this wish fulfillment happens to be. Let's go ahead and find out what this wish fulfillment is about. You and the Nine of Pentacles collective, you've done the work. You continue to do the work. Okay? You have your spiritual rituals down. You wake up in the morning, you are on your spiritual routine. Before you go to sleep throughout your day, you are on your spiritual routine. You wake up, you cleanse, okay? You are on the fool's journey right here, collective, okay? To your new beginning, confirmation with the Nine of Pentacles, divine source. Wish fulfillment, Nine of Pentacles, wish fulfillment. Okay, yep. Confirmation. Come on now, sunshine. Come on now. Come on now. Okay. Somebody needs to stand in the mirror and tell themselves, I'm worthy. Somebody needs to stand in the mirror and tell themselves, I'm worthy. Somebody needs to stand in the mirror and tell themselves, I'm worthy. Someone needs to stand in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm worthy. I am worthy. Okay? And the Death card in reverse. Oh, death, where is your sting? Oh, grave, where is your victory? Motherfucker. Oh, death, where is your sting? Oh, grave, where is your victory? Okay? Can't touch this. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Can't touch this. Dun, 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 dun. Someone's name could be Stanley. Stanley, that's MC Hammer's first name. Stanley. Someone's name could be Stanley. Stanley, first, middle, last name, Stanley. Death in the reverse. So when they dug this grave for you, when they bought this burial plot for you spiritually, energetically, or physically, okay? When they bought this grave site for you, they thought you'd be laying by now, but somebody else is about to be laying their ass in that hole. Somebody else is about to be laying their ass in that hole, okay? Somebody else. Somebody else. Nothing returns to divine source void. So if they send witchcraft out to kill you, and it didn't, guess what? It has to go back to whence it came. It has to. So whoever sent it to you, karmic mother, father, brother, sister, aunt, niece, co-worker, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, son, daughter, it has to go somewhere. It has to go somewhere. So we have a karmic Sagittarian out here. Okay, a karmic Sagittarian. Karmic Sagittarian out here. That could be the one who's about to bite the bullet. Okay, or has to take the bullet. Okay, so karmic Sagittarian energy out here, collective. All right. So divine source, karmic Sagittarian energy out here. They're about to bite the bullet. We got the Sun card for a confirmation. Sun card for a confirmation in the upright. Stanley, confirmation, Kevin. Okay. So here we go. Sun card, something's being revealed through me, through another oracle on this platform or on another, or through investigative agencies, police work. Okay? Something's being revealed. Through your dreams, something's being revealed. Someone said husband. Something's being revealed, collective. Divine source is revealing the truth. Someone's dealing with anxiety now. Oh shit, what we gonna do? We came against them, now we through. Oh shit, what we gonna do? We came against them, now we through. Oh shit, what we gonna do? We came against them, now we through. Oh shit, what we gonna do? We came against them, what we gonna do? Oh shit. Divine Source, Sun card, what's the promise? I ask, I receive. What's the promise? What's the promise? Confirmation, Sean. Confirmation, Light Angel. Okay? Star energy. I ask, what's next? Here it is. So, you coming into your own. Okay? You coming into your own. Into your divine purpose. Again, you seeing how you can serve humanity selflessly. You seeing how you can serve humanity selflessly. Yeah. What your life can truly be. Shining star for you to see. What your life can truly be. I love me some Earth, Wind, and Fire. That is my top group. I love me some Earth, Wind, and Fire. Shout out to Maurice White and the rest of that collective. I love Maurice White, passed in 2016, lead singer, choreographer, and lyricist for Earth, Wind, and Fire. Maurice White, the name Maurice White, 2016. I love me some Earth, Wind, and Fire. Listen to more Earth, Wind, and Fire and Red Hot Chili Peppers probably than I do any other artist. Red Hot Chili Peppers, again, I love diversity and Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay? Someone's name could be Anthony, okay? Initials AK, okay? Lead singer, Red Hot Chili Peppers, okay? Somebody's initials AK, KA, could be something about an AK-47 assault rifle, okay? Philip Bailey is from Colorado, someone says. Okay? Confirmation on the I am a singer. I am an oracle, lyricist. Okay? Divine Source, star energy out here. What's up for the collective next with the star energy? What else is being revealed? Your divine purpose. How you are to serve humanity with your divine purpose, with your gifts, with your knowledge. Okay? What else is for the collective out here? Star energy being revealed. I'm getting, it's all for me. It's all for me. It's all for me. Collective, it's all for you. Whatever this represents, collective, it's all for you. It's all for you. Who sings that song? Janet Jackson? It's all for me. I think Janet Jackson. The name Janet Jackson. There you go, Sean. Thank you. Okay. Sean knows all the lyrics. All right. Sean is the lyricist of the collective. Sean is the lyricist of this collective. Sean knows all the lyrics. Star Energy, Sun card, Wheel of Fortune. It's all for you. I might need to go listen to that when I leave off this live. Okay. Yep, she does. Yeah. You're kind of quiet, Tammy. I hope you're doing well. We have the Moon card out here. Okay. Something's yet to be revealed. We have the Moon card out here. Something's yet to be revealed. All right. So the Moon card, and then we have a Queen of Cups out here. So someone who is emotionally unstable, they could be hiding from everyone now. They could be hiding from everyone now. They could be ashamed of their actions. Again, I spoke to someone confessing to a priest, a minister, or investigator, what have you. Again, I think heavily about a minister, priest energy, someone out here, they're ashamed now. Queen of Cups in reverse, they're ashamed. They're hiding. Okay? They could have deleted social media pages. Okay? They could have shut down social media pages. Okay? Oh, okay. No worries. No worries. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. All right? Somebody say, yes, they did that. Yes, they did. Uh-huh. They done shut up. They done shut up. They done shut up. Okay? Mm-hmm. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Chain of fools. It's a chain of fools. Okay? Shame, shame, shame. Chain of fools. It's a chain of fools. With all of this that's coming out here. Collective, you're being asked to get to work. Again, that song, I Got Work to Do. Again, I think it's by the Isley Brothers. Okay? Someone said, shit up. Okay? All right? And we have the Hierophant message out here. I think this is the first message we have out here, collective. The number 5. Okay? Something about this month. Something about this month. Okay? The number 5. Hierophant. You and the Hierophant, you and your North Node. Okay? You putting plans together for exactly how you're going to serve humanity. Somebody tried to put you on the 8 of Swords, or you were. Confirmation. So, in the demon's mind, they're thinking we almost had them, but they were miles away. Okay? You done went 100 miles, but you still got 1 to go. Okay? Collective. Hierophant energy. They thought they were close, but in truth, they were miles away because they were never going to get you. They were never going to capture you. You were never going to be the one in the grave. You were never going to be the one, okay, with the stank ass. You were never going to be the one with the STD, collective. You were never going to be the one. You were never going to be the one, okay, that experienced this, the end. You were never going to be the one, okay? You're being asked to get to work, whatever that is. B said that she knows she needs to, you know, be better about her spiritual rituals, okay? So, you are being asked to get on it, collective, okay? Hierophant energy. I have a lot of respect for the elderly and I follow their advice without questioning. I also follow tradition even if it's outdated. So collective, you're dealing with someone who is not in their North Node, someone who refused to ascend, someone, again, I said it the other day, I think someone who listens to their parents, even though their parents give ill advice. Yeah, stay with him. Don't stay with him. Stay with her. Don't stay with her. They follow their parents no matter what. They don't have their own intuitive guidance system that they rely on. They have it, but they don't rely on it. Somebody listens to their parents. Oh yeah, no, you need to leave him. Why? He doesn't make enough money. You need to leave her. Why? She doesn't make enough money. You need to leave her. Why? Because they just don't like your aura. You need to leave him. Why? They just don't like your aura. Collective. Somebody out here follows their parents' advice. Again, that's karmic advice, okay? If your parents are upright and they've guided you in the right way, that's amazing. That's awesome. And that's rare. Okay? All right? Someone's used up out here. Used up. Okay? Used up. That's why you spit them out, collective. Used up. Somebody's used up out here. Okay? broke down, ashamed, busted, disgusted. Looking like a used hybrid. Okay? Somebody's out here looking like a used hybrid. Okay? Thanks, Life Angel. All right? Somebody's out here looking like a used hybrid. Okay? What? Wow. Okay, collective. So this used hybrid energy, I just heard somebody's out here, they've been rode more times. Okay? Rode more than a rodeo clown. Collective. A rodeo clown. Okay? Somebody out here looking like this energetically, sacrally. Somebody out here been rode more times than a rodeo clown. Collective. Okay? Right here. A rodeo clown. A rodeo clown. Collective. Yeah, Sonia. High mileage. All right? High mileage. Spiritually, somebody walk like this. Now, spiritually, listen to me. And I'm not making fun of anyone who's handicapped. Collective, listen to me. Spiritually, somebody now walks like this. This is their sacral energy. It's just broke down. Broke down. It's just broke down. Broke down. Broke down, baby. Broke down. They could get left on the side of the road. Okay? Broke down, collective. Broke down. Because they wouldn't leave somebody on the side of the road. So now they on the side of the road with them. With the STD, sexually transmitted demon or disease, or STI, sexually transmitted infection. Now they on the side of the road, broke down, collective, with the ones that they wouldn't leave to be on their high vibrational journey. Somebody broke down, collective. Broke down. High mileage. High mileage. Okay. 8 of Wands energy. What time? 10 o'clock. It is exactly 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock in the morning on Tuesday here in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam. Okay? 8 of Wands energy message. Okay? I am less resistant to your love and feel pushed to take action and follow my heart without hesitation. This could be the individual who is confessing. Okay? This doesn't have to be a romantic love. Okay? This could be a mother, father, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, niece, nephew, son, daughter, ex, spouse, or companion. Okay? Someone now, they're ready to talk. They're ready to talk, collective. They're ready to confess. Okay? Okay. I'm reminded of the religious scripture, or at least a message in the religious book. Confess your sins one to another. You don't need to tell anyone anything. Okay? For those of you that are in line for this in the near future, this is coming in only because you've already forgiven them. This is coming in for you only because you've forgiven them. Okay? Ooh-wee. Sonia said, baby girl walking like that. Woo. Wow. Okay. So, divine source. Someone in the 8 of Wands energy. Okay. So, again, they could watch you from a distance. Okay. They could watch you from a distance. Again, here we go. Confirmation. On their computer, watching you. They got the notifications turned on. Okay. Ooh, when are they going to post again? Ooh. Watching your Facebook, Instagram, X, whatever you have. They're watching you. For you oracles, here on YouTube, we know your karmics watch. They're watching.
on their computer, on their phone, whatever, laptop, whatever they use. Okay, they're watching you. Even at work, they're like, when are they gonna post? What are they gonna say? What pictures are they? Where are they? Who are they with? They're just watching you, collective. We have Red Bull in that picture. Someone could drink energy drinks. I do not. Someone could drink energy drinks. Red Bull is significant. Okay, someone could drink Red Bull with alcoholic beverages as well. Red Bull. Red Bull. Okay? Or there's something about the color red. Double confirmation on the Fool. The journey you're on. Okay? Okay. Someone's now, again, waking up, no longer addicted to whatever drugs or bad habits that they were in. Someone's ready to take a leap forward, okay, and walk in their purpose, all right? Three of Pentacles energy out here. The LARPer getting busted. Again, to me, these two go together, okay? Like a hand in glove, okay, collective? LARPer energy, to me, you see them holding a cell phone, right? They're just watching you. What are you going to say? What are you going to do? What are you going to post? Yeah, it's been, I couldn't even tell you if I've ever had a Red Bull. I'm sure I did when they first came out. I'm sure I did at some point over the last 15 years. I'm sure I've had a Red Bull, but no. All right. So, double confirmation on the Fool. Someone's ready to take a leap of faith and jump into the unknown for the first time in their life. They have faith in the Most High, in Erevat, in the Creator. For the first time in their life, for the first time in their life, someone's walking away from what no longer serves them. For the first time in someone's life. Okay? All right? Three of Pentacles energy out here. Ancestors helping. Okay, confirmation on the ancestors. I bought flowers for my ancestors. They are sitting out on the patio. I sit them out on the patio. As far as my honoring the ancestors, I sit them out on the patio every morning to get some vitamin D. Some of you might need to get some vitamin D. Might need to get some vitamin D. You have some ancestors out here helping you, okay? We're going to pull some Egyptian. Take a look and see. King of Pentacles. Slowest moving card in the deck. So you could have been wanting justice for quite some time. Okay, yep, that is an awakening for them. And again, good for them. Okay. So collective, your journey silently awakening the demons or having the demons scurry away so that others can get on their high vibrational journey. Okay. Excellent, Sean. Excellent, Sean. Sat in the sun yesterday. Okay. Vitamin D. All right. We have the Knight of Pentacles out here. This is a very slow moving energy. Very slow moving energy in the upright. Okay. All right. So, this is part of your promise. This is a part of the prophecy. The first card out, the very first card out, collective, Vietnamese tarot, the first card out, a prophecy. A prophecy. You fulfilling it. This was the very first card out, a prophecy about your wealth, receiving what was prophesied. Oh, that's what I was going to say about Steve. Okay? So again, Steve, the gentleman I was connected to for 20 years at a religious organization in Sanford, Florida, one of the best messages that I ever heard him speak in 20 years, okay, was prophesy, son of man, prophesy. One of the best messages that I've ever heard him speak was prophesy, son of man, prophesy. Okay? Another message is the milk is in the refrigerator or the milk is in the fridge, meaning what's supposed to be, where it's supposed to be is where it's supposed to be. So if you're looking for divine guidance, divine guidance is within you. Not up there. It's within you. Your Christos. Okay? So, prophesy, son of man, prophesy. There's no danger coming to you. Okay? None. That doesn't mean put your guard down, collective. All right? That doesn't mean open your legs. That doesn't mean allow past energies back into your life. That means that you've done the work to shield and protect yourself. And now today, still I rise, Maya Angelou. Still I rise, Maya Angelou. Okay? All right. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right. Okay? Okay. And rest well. Okay? Thank you so much for tuning in. So, okay. So we have a Knight of Pentacles out here. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this could be a female who is going to be bringing you some truth in regards to a physical inheritance. Okay. This could be a grandmother or a mother, an aunt, or another female. Your sister could have left you an inheritance. Okay. Whatever it happens to be, physical or spiritual, right? So a female woman could be bringing this to you. Okay. Divine Source. Any other information on this Queen of Pentacles energy? Okay. Oh, yes. Yep. Ten of Wands energy. Okay. So, again, take it as it resonates. It could certainly be a male, obviously. Okay. It could be a male and divine feminine energy. Could be. You could be a male, divine feminine energy. Okay. Someone's no longer partying. They can't do it again, or they let it go finally. Okay. Someone finally walked away. All right. Let's go ahead and get some names, places, dates, collective. I'm looking at browsing history. Let me read this for y'all. Okay. Hello, Jay. Okay. So, browsing history on their computer, on a device. Pictures of clowns. Again, somebody's been rode more than a rodeo clown, collective. Somebody's been rode more times than a rodeo clown. Where's that card? Somebody's been rode more times than a rodeo clown. Okay. Thank you for those of you who stay up, okay, to listen to this confirmation, energetic, collective reading. Okay. So pictures of clowns. Someone's looking up pictures of clowns. How to kill a noisy brother. How to kill a noisy brother. Discount MP4 rifle. World's best beaches. Someone could be looking to go on vacation. You could be due for a vacation. Pimple explosions. Someone could watch that show regularly. Brewing coffee. Where is Nagasaki? Find high school classmates. Someone could be classmates.com. Something about someone you connected to from middle school, high school, college. Something about someone you went to school with at some point in time. Classmates.com. You could be connected to them on classmates.com. Rapid DNA testing. Kittens playing piano. And am I a MILF? M-I-L-F. Am I a MILF? Confirmation, Sean. Okay? Need a vacation. All right? So we're going to take some of these cards here, collective. We're going to place them within the stack. We are going to pull some Egyptian energy, and then we're going to go. Divine Source, we have the Three of Pentacles out here. Okay? Divine Source, show us some Egyptian deities, okay, that are helping us, guiding us, okay, in addition to our archangels, in addition to Horus. Horus came out the other day, I believe. Horus, okay? The number 9, Horus. The Eye of Horus. Some of you might want to get an ankh, however you get one, okay? It could be a charm, okay? Or whatever. It could be a bracelet, an ankh. Okay? What is the next holiday for Americans? What is the next holiday coming up? 4th of July? Independence Day? What's the next holiday? Okay? Confirmation for on my wrist tattoo. That could be one. Okay? I am considering getting ear gauges. Okay? Oh, Memorial Day is the next holiday. Okay? Thank you, B. Okay? Memorial Day. All right? Confirmation on the 525. All right? Horus, stability and equilibrium. Thank you, Horus. Okay? Great love to you, Horus. See? Even Horus is holding an ankh. You see Horus? Holding an ankh in the right hand. Horus believes. Okay? Someone's name could be Horus. Horace. Horace. All right? So Horus is here. Thank you, Horus. Horus is one of the ancestors assisting this collective. Horus. Horus is one of the ancestors, divine source. Okay? Another deity, Egyptian, assisting this collective. Horus. Okay? Thank you, Horus. We have Newt, understanding. Newt, you might be called to understand that we wrestle not against flesh and blood, and even the demons, they held a purpose in your life, and it was to help you awaken. Even the demons held a purpose in your life. They don't need to stay with you, but even the demons held a purpose in your life. That was to awaken you. Understanding. Okay? All right? Again, we're not politically correct here. So you see how Newt, okay, is nude, okay? All right? So I don't hide it. YouTube can do whatever they want to do, okay? Haters do help, okay? And haters are a sign that you're doing something right, okay? Because if you ain't got no haters, you must be doing something wrong. I wrote a song 2 years ago. If you ain't got no haters, you must be doing something wrong. Haters are a sign that you're doing something right. Okay? Divine Source, one more. Ooh, that was fast. And we have Selkis Baby. Newt is the number 4. Okay? Number 4. Life Path 4. April. Horus, number 9. September. Life Path 9. And we got Selkis for the 3-3, baby. Double, triple, quadruple confirmation. 33 on the Selkis. And we got 33 twice right here. 33. Master Builder 33 you're listening to. That's not bragging. That's the truth of who I am. Someone else said that they are Life Path 33. Collective 33. Selkis. Okay? Someone said they were born at 3:33 a.m. Confirmation, Kevin. Okay? Selkis is for healing. Okay? So we have Horus for stability and equilibrium, then understanding, healing. All comes together. All right? Let's go ahead and get some names, places, and dates for you, collective, before we wrap this up. Okay? Gonna place Selkis. Gonna place Newt. Gonna place Horus. Gonna take these other angel numbers here. Gonna take these angel numbers here. All right. What else shall we use? I'm gonna take the prophecy. Okay. Your prophecy. You're fulfilling a divine prophecy, collective. Okay. Your name written in the Lamb's book of life. You getting access to your Akashic records. Your Akashic records are written in Arabic, collective. They're written in Arabic. Let me show you for a moment. Your Akashic records are written in Arabic. Arabic. Okay? Any other cards, Divine Source? Let's go ahead and take this Two of Cups. Let's place that in the stack. All right. Where's the Queen of Pentacles? Where's the Queen of Pentacles? Oh, Queen of Pentacles. Let's go ahead and place that in the stack. Again, thank you so much for staying on. I think we've been on for a while now. I came on at 8 o'clock. Yep, just under 2.5 hours. Okay. All right, I think that's good. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's get this Five of Wands out here. Let's go ahead, okay? All right, so let's take a look. First off, Selkis. Selkis is revealing the initials OP, WW, KL, and MB. Okay? However that resonates for you, collective. They could be reversed, so it could be PO, LK, okay, and MB. All right? What else do we have here? Okay. Selkis is revealing a win-win. All we do is win, win, win no matter what. Every time them karmas go boom, we go what? And we stay there, and we stay there, collective. Because the karmics are going boom, boom, tick, tick, boom. Okay? To that demonic energy. Okay? And again, the initials OP, WW, BM, KL. Okay. Next, we have something about the spring. Could be this spring, last spring. I think we're already officially in summer. Yeah, I think April 21st is the first day of summer, I believe. April 21st, I believe, is the first day of summer, and for the northern hemisphere. Okay. Collective, someone lied on official paperwork, all right? And somebody is a partier. Somebody is a partier, collective. Someone lied on official paperwork. They could have signed your signature. Forgery is illegal, to my knowledge, in all 197 countries. To my knowledge, forgery is illegal in every country on this planet, to my knowledge. Okay? And again, something about the spring or you springing forward, catapulting, confirmation for it's my initials, also my brothers. Okay? All right. Next, on the 0330, we have an attorney or PI sexting their client. Okay? Attorney or PI sexting their client. Collective. And I said sexting, like with the phone, but it's sexing. So collective, somebody out here does not have enough money to pay an attorney, so they fuck them. Isn't that illegal? That's a sarcastic question. Collective, somebody does not have enough money to pay an investigator, to pay a PI. This could also be a witchcraft worker, a gypsy, okay? Witch or warlock. Somebody doesn't have the money to pay them, so they fuck them. Okay? Collective. All right? Could be something about ants or Ant, Anthony, Antone, Antonio, Ant. Okay? We have the names Gwen, Gwendolyn, and Gwyneth. Collective. GGG. Somebody could go by GG. Collective. 33 is revealing a Gwen, Gwendolyn, Gwyneth. We know Gwyneth Paltrow. Okay? We know Gwyneth Paltrow. All right? The government in whatever country you're in, Ireland included, the government is willing to kill you in order to silence you. I said at the beginning of this live, nearly every, if not every, celebrity death, there is more to it than what the public is told. Again, John F. Kennedy, Malcolm X, Malcolm Little, Martin Luther King, Charlie Kirk, every death out here. Nicole Good, okay, that ICE assassinated. Alex Predit, that ICE assassinated. Collective. Nearly every assassination out here, the government only tells you what they want you to know. Lavina Lynn Johnson, 2005, that military case, her parents were lied to and still being lied to by the military and told that that was a murder when she had a broken jaw, a broken nose, and there were bloody footprints outside of the tent that she was found in while on a deployment in 2005. Collective, the government only tells you what they want you to know. The government is willing to kill truth speakers in order to keep them silent. Bring y'all dumbass over here if you want to, okay? When your plane fall out of the fucking sky over the Pacific, okay? 1221 is revealing Gabriel, Isaac, I said Anthony, confirmation on Anthony and Caleb, okay? Caleb, confirmation. Okay, perhaps, light angel, perhaps. Next, collective, we have Secret Service. So, there could be something about the Secret Service. You could now be in the Witness Protection Program, even if you do not know it. Or there's something about the Secret Service that's significant. Someone you know could work for the Secret Service. Okay. We have a prophecy on Secret Service. Okay. And someone is a vegan. That's a part of this collective reading. Someone is a vegan. Tofu, fake meat, cauliflower. Okay. Hello, Tammy. Okay, we are closing this out. We have a few more cards to pull from the stack. Okay, on the Queen of Pentacles energy, someone who is going to be bringing you news about buried evidence. Someone who's going to be bringing you news about buried evidence. This could be a body. Okay, this is collective reading. Okay, so buried evidence, someone's revealed or has the knowledge now of, confirmations of, proof of, buried evidence. This is a Queen of Pentacles energy out here. And this is a collective reading. So take what resonates. That means what easily fits. Okay, that means what easily fits. Blessings, Nettie. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, he is not your father. That's a confirmation for me. He is not your father. Okay, he is not your father. Confirmation. Well, his dirty stank ass, who's in prison. Okay. He is not your father. That might be a trigger warning for somebody, okay? He is not your father, okay? Collective, here's the prophecy. Here's the prophecy, collective. Biblical secrets untold. You are biblical secrets untold. Untold, collective. Biblical secrets untold. You are the prophecy. Affirmation for somebody for your Tuesday. I am the prophecy. I am the prophecy. I am the secrets untold. I am the biblical secrets untold. Collective, you are the prophecy. In the flesh. In the flesh. In the flesh. Again, like Kevin said, and others, if you ain't got no haters, you must be doing something wrong. If you ain't got no haters, must be doing something wrong. All right? This could be someone who you once loved in the bedroom with a ring or what have you. Okay? Again, or this is just someone who you gave unconditional love to, who you were once close. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. He's in the room. What's up, baby? He's in the room. What's up? Here you go, baby. He's in the room. He's in the room. Bam! Just like that. Again, Kevin, you've been subscribed for a minute. It's good to actually have you as a part of the conversation. Confirmation for you, baby. Confirmation for you. Okay. All right. Lastly, we have Chinese food. Chinese food. Chinese food and Eastern stars and an investigation. Okay. Chinese food and Eastern stars. Investigation and something about MK Ultra. That is brainwashing tactics. Eastern stars. Eastern stars. Okay. So, someone eats Chinese food. You could have had Chinese food last night. You could have Chinese food on Tuesday. That could be your plan for lunch or dinner. Okay. Hope you don't eat Chinese food for breakfast. You could. Okay. You can eat pizza for breakfast, whatever. Right? Collective. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Nehru. I am a Master Builder 33. That is, I am here as a spiritual guide. I am an extraterrestrial earth angel born on the 333rd day of the year during the last lunar eclipse of 1974. Collective. For the first 48 years of my life, I, like you for a certain period of time, was unaware. But after 46 years and 9 months, I began to awaken. And at the start of 46 years and 9 months, I began to see. I began to see and understand that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against the principalities and spirits of darkness in this place that come to continue to try to subdue you, keep you from fulfilling the prophecy in your Akashic record journey. Okay? Thank you so much as always for tuning in. Again, if you are interested in spiritual services, personal readings, I call those esoteric conversations, Reiki healing sessions, weekly, monthly, okay? Confirmation with the ding dong there. That is the hotel that I'm staying in. They just sent me a hello message. So someone could be sending you a message. Hello. Hello. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Again, enjoy the rest of your evening or your morning. And I will tune in again soon. This evening, morning for you, most of you. We will continue our journey through the Akashic record, the Aquarian Gospel of Yeshua the Christ. Thank you so much, as always, for tuning in, collective. Rest easy, be well, and be encouraged.